Olá, sejam muito bem-vindos à nossa live. Hello, guys. How are you guys doing? Be very welcome to our live class. I'm super glad because I saw that you guys were already there before we even started. So it's so nice to see you here. I know it can be very late for some of you, so it's a pleasure to meet you tonight for a nice live class. Tudo bom, gente? Oi, Charles, Safe, Andrea, Quesson, Jacob, Brandon. So nice to see you all, guys. Sejam todos muito bem-vindos. Be very welcome to our class, guys. Tonight, I don't know if you saw our email. We because in one of those emails we said that we were going to be what we were going to talk about tonight, actually, and we are going to learn some vocabulary related to magical beings, and not only vocabulary to name these magical beings, but also verbs that we use to describe their actions, you know? So, for example, how to say this witch flies a broom with a broom, these kind of things. We're going to learn all this vocabulary and the verbs we use in this situation. Got it? Of course, this theme is motivated by Halloween. By the way, guys, let me know one thing. I would love to see your answers. I'm always checking your answers during this live class. So whenever you want to communicate, ask anything, or just make a comment, use the chat. I'm always trying to check it. And here's my question. Você vai em alguma festa de Halloween? Will you go or will you attend any Halloween party this year? Let me know. Oh, that's right. Not too late now because os relógios mudaram ontem. Yes, it was daylight saving time, right? On England, but not yet on the US, right? And we don't have this anymore in Brazil. I used to love this daylight saving time, guys, but we don't have anymore. Boa noite, Charles, Safe, Brandon. So nice to see you guys. Does anyone know if Lud is a magical being? I am, actually. I haven't revealed this yet, but I am. What do you think I am? Safe não vai em nenhuma festa. Brandon, não. Jacob, no. Charles, no. Guys, you know that Halloween it's not something very traditional in Brazil, but year after year, I see that it becomes more and more popular here, you see. When I was a kid, I remember we had some festivities at school, especially because of the English teacher. They were always trying to do this kind of festivity that was related to English-speaking country. So I remember that during this time. But I see that it's, I don't know, of course, because of the influence of other countries, we have this more and more often in our culture. Sometimes with parties, we have, especially teenagers and young adults, they have lots of parties with this theme where they maybe wear costumes, but generally if you have a party with Halloween theme where you should use a costume, people will wear something like dark or like a monster, like a witch, It's always this kind of costume But this is pretty recent in terms of history in Brazil. It was not something that belonged to our culture, not at all. And it's interesting because during Halloween, at least in the US, you have two things. You have people wearing costumes and people asking for sweets, right? From house to house. And we do these two things, but in different situations. For example, about the costumes. When Brazilians, when do Brazilians wear a costume? When? Let me see if you guys know. And let me see your comments, by the way. Oh, so Charles said we change back this weekend. Oh, so next weekend it's the change. Okay, I'll stay tuned. We haven't changed back yet either in Canada, right? Como foi seu dia, Lud? True, Andrea. We met in the morning and we are meeting now again. It was a busy day, very busy day, and it's so hot and humid right now in Brazil, guys. Not very nice. I don't like it very much. And with lots of rain. This is just it. Time for lots of rain in Brazil. The other day I posted expectations about spring in Brazil with beautiful trees. And those trees, I don't know if you guys saw, they are real and from my city. But actually, what we have is just rain. And I heard that because of El Nino, this phenomenon where we have hotter weather, we are going to have even more rain. So I'm a bit scared. But let's see. Brandon, por causa do capitalismo, yes, I agree. And you were talking about Halloween, the presence of Halloween becoming bigger, right, in Brazil. And inclusively, I was watching news today, earlier today, and they were saying that stores, magazines, which sells these kinds of costumes, this all these things related to Halloween, they they are increasing their sellings this year. Guys, can you hear me perfectly? Because I'm just being notified that the sign is not good. Can you hear me, see me? Is all okay? I don't know. Hope you guys can understand me correctly. See me, listen to me. E você, Lud, você vai? I'm not attending any Halloween parties, guys. But tonight I'll try to watch a scary movie, maybe one of those that we discussed this morning. Kidding. I won't watch anything very scary. As I told you, I'm scared of horror movies. So I'll probably just watch a nice movie. I don't know, maybe grab something to eat, but not a party. O sábado passado foi uma festa combinada Dia dos Mortos e Halloween. Que interessante, David! Dia de los Muertos e Halloween. You know, how do we say Dia de los Muertos here in Brazil? Tip, it's not a literal translation. Like, it is, but we use a formal word. That's it. um, is this the audio better now? Because I don't know. It's very low. Let me see what may be happening. Let me try something. One moment. And you guys can hear traffic as always. I used to live. Is it better now? Is the sound better now? What do you guys say? Hope so. Let me know if you think the sound is better now.
But I was saying that I used to live in a far neighborhood, and it was much more quiet than it is now. Better, melhor. Que bom. Sound is better. Great then. Problem solved. So, guys, I don't have any parties to attend. So, about dressing up with costumes. Festa Junina is a bit different because during Festa Junina we dress up as countryside people. That's the theme. It's all about this. So, of course, there are many stereotypes about it, but it's generally a specific kind of clothes for men and women. But it's all about this stereotype related to countryside people. But the time of the year where Brazilians wear costumes is actually Carnival. That's the time for costumes here in Brazil. So we have balls, we have parties, people who go to party in the streets. They wear costumes. This is the time for costumes normally. But nowadays we have more and more parties during Halloween time where people also wear costumes, but generally related to this Halloween vibe, as I said. And about trick or treating, this thing of going from one house to the other house asking for sweets, we actually have this tradition in Brazil, but it doesn't happen during Halloween. And I think it's getting less and less popular, unfortunately. I think it was a nice practice, a nice thing to do. I did it myself when I was a kid, but we don't do during Halloween. When do we do it? Do you guys know? I have my volume turned up. Okay, so the sound is better. Thank God. Uma bruxa amigável. I think Jerome was describing me as a friendly witch. I think I am. Vamos lá, gente. Adoro Halloween, André saying I love it too. I like the vibe. I think it's nice. So, I asked you about the translation for Dia de los Muertos, literally Day of the Dead. In Portuguese, we say Dia de Finados. Dia de Finados. Let me share my screen with you so I can write this and you guys can see. Okay, so, okay, let me write here, Dia de Finados, which is literally in Spanish, Dia de los Muertos. We also celebrate it here in Brazil. It's November the 2nd. That's why we have a holiday this week here in Brazil. It's November the 2nd. It's the day that we cherish our the people we have in our lives that already passed. So it's a day where most of people, or a lot of people, go to a cemetery. They bring flowers. They leave the flowers on the graves. So many people go to the church. They pray for these people who passed, and it's about it. Yeah, normally cemeteries are crowded. Here in my city, they are, and flower shops too. And as it's a holiday, that's the only thing you have during these days, during this day specifically. So November the 2nd, that's it. And we don't celebrate as Mexicans, like they are it's a very unique way, right, to celebrate this day. I think it's nice, but we don't. It's more, I don't know. I think people are very quiet, very silent. Um, and there's this, I don't know, this rumor that always during Dia de Finados, the Day of the Dead, it rains. And it really does very often because it's this time of the year here. Spring here in my region means lots of rain, so it goes well with the date, I think. I don't like to go to the cemetery this day. I prefer to go in another day where it's quieter, quiet, more quiet. But that's it. So, so yeah, we wear costumes during Carnival and we trick or treat during Dia de São Cosme e Damião. Do you guys have you guys heard of these two saints? They are called Cosme Damião. These are two saints, and I don't know exactly why, but there's this festivity. It's September 27th, their day, and kids normally trick or treat, or it's not trick or treat. They just ask for sweets at different houses and apartments. And there's this little paper sack, very typical of this day, that people get with lots of sweets inside. So I did it myself, but I can see that it's getting less common. Maybe because, I don't know, kids don't play at the streets very often anymore here in Brazil, most of the time. So I don't know, kids don't run in the streets, don't go by themselves doing these kind of things. Maybe it's something connected to that. I don't know. So, há diferença entre as palavras traje e fantasia? Yes, if you say fantasia, you are talking about a costume, meaning that you are going to wear something as a character, like a pirate, a witch, a ghost, you know? So costume, fantasia is this, wear something as a character. Traje is just the clothes that you decide to wear. It's a word that means clothes, okay? So you can even use to refer to the kind of dress code you have for a party. So for example, if it's black tie, you can say traje a rigor. This is the expression we have in Portuguese to say that it's black tie, for example. Traje a rigor. And there's a group band, some musicians, and their group band is called Traje a rigor. That's it. So traje is just clothes, okay? Outfit. Fantasia is costume. Dia de São Cosme e Damião, safe, is September 27. 27 de setembro. That's it. Bom, before we start, guys, just one small information. If you're not yet a Yepper, I would like to invite you to join our special offer in November. We are going to offer, we're going to have an incredible offer this November. And if you already follow us, if you've been waiting for the right moment to join us, guys, this will be the moment. It will be the best offer we have ever done. We won't tell you guys a lot about it. It will be a secret, but we will reveal tips every day about this offer. But all I can say is this. It's an unbelievable offer. So, how you guys do to join this offer? If you have our Instagram account, you can just come here. You can see, I think, we have links here. So the first one is to purchase the course with its real price. I suggest you wait and don't acquire the course with this link, but click on this Black Friday offer link, and this will direct you to this page. So you leave here your best email, and then you'll be like signed up to participate in the Black Friday offer that we'll have this November. We'll be sharing with you all information about it soon. Okay, so if you want to be able to join this offer, join here. Okay, I can leave the link here for you too, guys. Let me just, I'll put in the chat here for you. So you can visit the, it's a huge link, but you can just click it and you'll be able to sign up, okay? But soon we'll reveal the offer, guys. So let's begin. Vamos lá? Vamos começar? Todo mundo pronto? If you are ready, please write here on the chat so I see you guys are ready. Please let me know. Tá todo mundo pronto? Podemos começar? And again, if you're not a yapper, don't miss this opportunity. This is the opportunity you have been waiting for to join Yes Portuguese School. Vamos lá então, gente. Bora! Let me just... Okay, here. Ready? Pronto? Todo mundo pronto? So let's start talking about fantasy and magical beings in Portuguese. Fantasy, as you know, is fantasia. 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 Like this. Fantasia, okay? And magical beings in Portuguese is seres mágicos. Seres mágicos, okay? So, ser is the word we use for beings, okay? Seres mágicos. So, we're going to do this like that, like this. I'm going to show you some characters from famous movies. We're going to describe what they are and what they do, okay? Of course, in Portuguese. That's how we are going to learn new vocabulary, to describe these people, to describe what they can do, and also new verbs that describe their actions, okay? Yappers can sign up again. You don't need, you have lifetime access to the course, you know, safe. Muito bom, gente. That's amazing. So, I'm going to try to talk more in Portuguese, okay? If you don't understand anything I say, you just ask here on the chat. Let's go. Gente, o que elas são? Eu acho que você conhece esse filme. Esse filme é bem famoso. A gente falou dele hoje de manhã na nossa live. Então, eu quero perguntar para vocês, o que elas são? Que seres mágicos elas são? Quais os poderes? Os poderes a gente vai falar daqui a pouco, mas o que elas são? What are they? What are they? What kind of magical beings? Que tipo de seres mágicos elas são? Vamos lá. Elas são... What's the word we use to describe them? Bruxas. 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 So this X here sounds just like SH. Bruxas. Bruxas. And how can we say this line here? They have power and fly on their broom. How to say this in Portuguese? Because they do have powers, as you can see in this picture, and they fly on their broom. So, how do we say this? Elas têm poder. You notice the suggestion the computer gives. Poderes mágicos, magical powers. If I wanted to say this, but it's just poder. In the plural form, poderes, okay? Poder in the singular form. Notice that this noun, poder, that means power, is the same word we use for the verb can, poder, okay? So, poder is verb can and also the noun power. Elas têm poder and fly on their broom. How do I say this? E fly. What's the verb for fly? Voam na vassoura delas. Broom is vassoura, vassoura. And voam is the verb to fly. Elas voam na vassoura delas. This is the possessive pronoun, okay? Equivalent to there here, okay? Elas têm poder e elas voam na vassoura. Muito bem, Jacob. Hocus pocus. Or, as we say, this movie, guys, in Portuguese is called Abracadabra. Let me write here for you. Abracadabra. You have this word in English too, right? Abracadabra. Abracadabra. It's the movie title. This morning I mentioned that many movies doesn't have a literal translation. We just adapt to something that makes more sense in Portuguese sometimes. That's the case for this one. Because we also know this word hocus pocus as a magical word, right? But maybe they found abracadabra more interesting, I don't know. So this word we will pronounce like this, vassoura, vassoura, okay? Vassoura. Sometimes this U is not even pronounced. It's just vassoura, vassoura, okay? So guys, I wanted to show you some synonyms to the word bruxa because I know most of you guys know this word, bruxa, bruxo. But we have some synonyms to this word that I'm not sure you guys know. Do you? Do you know any synonym we can use for bruxa? So what other word we can use to say bruxa in Portuguese? I wanted to show you because you're probably gonna find these words too. So the words are here, revealed. Feiticeira, and D'Angelo just wrote it. Feiticeiros também podem ser considerados seres mágicos, for sure. We consider feiticeira as a synonym for bruxa, I would say. Maga, maga is like mage, you know? So you can use these two words or you may see these two words too, okay? Feiticeira, maga. Feiticeira, maga. Abracadabra we use more for magic tricks. Yes, it would be like a word for a magic trick. What about hocus pocus? And while we answer this, we have another character here, very famous one. So, o que ele é? O que ele é? Let's say what he is. What is he, guys? What magical being he is? Ele é elfo. Ele é elfo. Americans ruined the word maga. What is the meaning? I'm curious now. I don't know this word in English. So, ele é elfo. I saw a joke the other day. It was quite fun. It was something saying that pay attention if someone makes a compliment saying it was something like don't be happy if someone says that you're beautiful like an elf, because you have to consider if he's talking about Tolkien's elf or Rowling's elf, because in The Lord of the Rings, the elves are very beautiful people. But in Harry Potter movies, the elves are not so beautiful. I don't know if you guys have watched Harry Potter already, but yeah, they are just like, I don't know how to describe. They are creatures, so they're pretty different. Maga and mage. Yes, yes. So, but do you have another meaning for this word, Brandon? A different meaning? Because I only knew this maga related to mage, but I don't know if you guys also use this word like this. Well, nunca vi Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. Oh my god, you had to. I love those movies. Well, Dobby is free. Question. Yeah, finally it's free. So you have to know, right? You got what I said. How to say this? He's a skilled archer. This one is a tricky one because I know these two words here, archer and skilled, are tricky. So, ele é archer first. Arqueiro, archer, arqueiro, habilidoso. So if you want to say someone is skilled, you can say habilidoso. For man, habilidosa. For woman. Oh, I see, Brando. Make America Great Again. I didn't know this one. I didn't know that he used it as an acronym for, but I know this line, Make America Great Again. I know this. I see your point. Mage is archaic for magician. Yeah. Yeah, I would say, David, that maga and mago, because we have the masculine form too, mago, they are archaic words. I would say so. Feiticeira and feiticeiro too. We would see more often nowadays just bruxas, bruxos. Okay? Now you need a shower, Brando. Oh my god. Okay. I won't start the topic. I would love to because I love to talk about politics. I talk it every single day, guys, about it. Believe me, but we can't. We can't. So let's continue. Let's see the other characters we have here. Actually, I'm going to skip these ones because I want you to try these ones. Okay? What's this magical being and what does he do? These other magical being, and you try to translate this sentence. And by the way, here we have the word wand. I want to see if you guys can translate this one. And this one, what is she? And describe this, what she can do. And this is pretty simple, I think. So let's see this one. This one is so cute, guys. Ele é tão fofinho. Vamos lá. O que ele é? O que ele é, gente? Vamos lá? Ele é This one I think you guys know. Ele é fantasma. Ele é fantasma, ok? How often is feiticeiro used? I would say that bruxa is the most common one. Feiticeira is used quite a bit. And maga is the less common one, yeah. Bruxa, unfortunately, is very connected to the idea of, you know, that image about witches, the evil witch, you know, it's very connected to this idea. Feiticeira, also, but less, I would say, or more connected to someone who can perform spells, potions, these kind of things. In maga, I think there's a connection of being wise too, not only be the witch, but also wise. So I would say bruxa is the most common word, then feiticeira, and the less common one is maga. So ele é um fantasma. Casper é um fantasma, and I have a revelation to you. His name in Portuguese is not Casper. Do you guys know what's the name he has in Brazilian movies? And how to say this? He doesn't scare people. He doesn't. He's so cute. Ele é tão fofo. How do we say this? Ele não assusta as pessoas. Ele não assusta as pessoas, right? He doesn't. So, I put this here so I would remember to tell you. The movie's name and his name in Portuguese is Gasparzinho. Of course, we had to have inho in the end, of course. So, Gasparzinho. We have this name here in Portuguese, Gaspar. I missed an S. Gaspar. It's not common anymore, this first name, but we have it. But this, in the diminutive form, is his name, the way he's called, as a nickname, of course. And it's the movie name, Gasparzinho. Also, the cartoon that was very popular. People kept watching the cartoon, the movies, and it's Gasparzinho. A mineiro named this fantasma? Probably. Gasparzinho. Fantasma is masculine. Yes, guys, sorry. O fantasma. This is something tricky, I know. Some words end in A but are masculine, and this is a situation. Fantasma is a masculine word. O fantasma. And this is Gasparzinho. E aqui, gente, o que ele é? This, a werewolf. Half wolf, half man. How do we say this? I think the word in Portuguese is pretty intuitive. Do you know how to say wolf in Portuguese? Let me show you. Wolf is lobo. And you know, man is homem. So what do you think? In this case, I think the word in Portuguese it's more straightforward than the English one, I think. And this is rare. So the word we have for werewolf is lobisomem. Lobisomem. Lobi coming from lobo, homem coming from homem. Lobisomem. And how do we say this? He's very strong and very scary. I better Anki fantasma. I love the way you use Anki as a verb. This is great. Anki fantasma, yeah, do it. So, ele é muito forte e muito assustador. Very strong and very scary. Muito forte e muito assustador. Yeah, guys, Adriele did a very good class on masculine and feminine nouns. It was last week, I think. Oh. Anyways, it's available here on YouTube, so you guys can just rewatch it. Okay? So, lobisomem, ele é muito forte, very strong, e muito assustador. Very scary. Another expression we use, guys, to say that someone is scary is to say ele dá medo. Literally, this sentence means he gives fear. He gives fear. It's a nice expression, right? So if something frightens you, scares you, you can say isso me dá medo. Isso me dá medo. So this scares me. Isso me dá medo. Or you could also use the verb assustar. Isso me assusta. So this frightens me. This scares me. Isso me dá medo. Isso me assusta. So two important expressions. This verb assustar and dar medo. Okay? And the last one. Oh no. Come here. Our favorite vampire. Or not. I don't know. We talked about this movie earlier today. It's great, right? So, o que ele é? Esse é fácil. Ele é vampiro. Or we can add in this case, ele é vampiro. In Portuguese, it's more common to say like this. Ele é vampiro. O que ele faz? How do we say this, guys? How do we say this? Ele morde o pescoço das pessoas. So he bites people's necks. Pescoço is neck. Morder is bite. E chupa o sangue delas. And sucks their blood. Chupa o sangue delas. Or if I want to say, and drinks their blood. E bebe, drinks their blood. I like vampire movies, but the part of the blood, I don't like it. Okay. So, what do you think? Many verbs here, right? Ele bebe sangue, that's it. Notice, let's check the verbs. Morder, chupar, beber, assustar, dar medo, assustar, we saw before. I want to see you guys doing this one. What else? Voar and ter. So, if you guys are using Anki correctly, we have plenty of vocabulary here for you guys to add to Anki. Not only the names of these magical beings, but also these verbs and some nouns we have here like vassoura, broom, poder, power. These are the ones, okay? So, you guys thought you would just watch the class without work a little bit? I have some homework for you. So guys, I'm gonna share this file with you. Yappers, you'll have it on your WhatsApp and you can complete, you can fill these blanks, answer these questions, translate the sentences, so you learn more vocabulary, okay? Combinado? Deal? So that's it, guys. That's it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. What is Anki? You must be a yapper to know. I'm kidding. It's a system that helps our memory to retain new information. So when you learn new vocabulary, if you have this, it helps a lot. so you won't forget this new vocabulary very quickly. Okay? Guys, thank you so much. Tomorrow morning we have another live session on Instagram. We'll talk about a new topic. So I'll wait for you tomorrow. Yeah, we have the Instagram live. And I'll see you soon. Tomorrow it's me. I think on Wednesday it will be Adriele. So we'll be both live these days with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy these times. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed and I really hope to see you tomorrow. Okay? Gente, beijo. Muito obrigada. Tchau, tchau.